are going to be successful. They're going to have to tighten the range in their defense. They've allowed over 300 points already this season. That's second worst only to Dedham. The Tigers can put a lot of points on the board, so we'll look for Brookline to shake things up a little bit on the defensive side. Maybe a lot of blitzes, possibly even some safety blitzes today. A win here today will make Brookline's season, obviously. And actually won the toss, but they deferred to the second half, so they're going to kick off to the Newton North Tigers. I'm sure Jim Newton is glad to get their hands on the football first. They have scored a bunch of points this season, and that they want to get themselves going first with the ball. And
yeah, as Brookline's let up 303 points, Alan, this season, a lot of points. So, and Norwood's Newton North's very strong offensively. So, it'll be a good test for Brookline early on in the game.
It's been a tough season for Brookline, as we mentioned. They started out on the road with some losses. They finally got their first win here at Parsons Field, like midway through the season against Wellesley in a 1-point win. But since then, they've just really been up and down. Have not been able to stop anybody defensively, and their offense has sputtered. So we've seen a number of changes. We have Dave Wilmoth setting up to kick off for Brookline. As I mentioned, Newton North, 7-3 coming in, but they've had a couple of very impressive wins.
Kind of a cool day here in Brookline. No wind, though, Alan, so they'll be able to throw the ball.
Yeah, Jake Samuelson back to receive. This is Brett Bernard. Bernard at the 25-yard line, trying to cut across the field. Be up to about the 30, over the 32. And that's where Newton North will start out. Thanks to Giving Day Classic, we have football games all over eastern Massachusetts.
We see the replay as number 4, Alexander, gets bumped into his own player. And number 10 for Newton, Brett Bernard, does a good job to get it over the 30.
So we see the Newton North Tigers offense. There's Hank Cutting, longtime Brookline coach, trying to get an emotional Thanksgiving win, hopefully. 1st and 10 for Newton. First game from scrimmage of the game. First play from scrimmage of the game. As straight handoff to tailback. No gain at all as Brookline is able to close that down. Don Cahill.
Nice job by, let's take a look here, number 28, Terrence Ranford reads the off-tackle run and is able to make the tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
Short gain of 1, 2nd and 9 for Newton North. Back in the I formation, 2 receivers out to the right. Now going in motion is Delorio. Fullback this time, straight ahead, good running by the Newton North fullback. That's Noah Van Neal. He's very close to a first down. He'll be about a half-yard short. There's a first down, actually, as he get over the 40-yard line.
Looked like Brookline had a chance early in that run to stop him, Allen, but good job by the fullback to keep the legs moving.
This is going to be the quarterback going straight ahead, Bernard, and he's going to have about a 7-yard gain. I mentioned Brett Bernard earlier, Jim. He's pretty much an all-purpose back for Newton North as he brought the opening kickoff back. Second down, and we'll call it a long 4. Newton North, opening series of the game. Brookline trying to salvage their season with a Thanksgiving Day win. Trying inside, good running, a lot of running room as into the secondary goes Nick Gagaro. Yeah, Gagaro's a running back, senior running back, gets the ball over midfield into Brookline territory down to about the 42-yard line.
This big offensive line for Newton is just making some huge holes for the running back and quarterback, Allen, early on. They're just wearing down this defensive line for Brookline.
Well, this is one of the things I think Hank Cutting was probably afraid of. We mentioned defensively this had a tough season stopping both the run and the pass. 1st and 10. Back to the big fullback. Van Neal. He's going to get about 4 or 5 yards on that one.
Ryan Watson, the stop for Brookline.
Watching them to stop for the Warriors.
Here you see Noah Van Neal. Another good running play as Newton continues to move the ball pretty easily on the ground.
Head coach Peter Capodilupo for Newton North would be glad to just be able to keep running and not have to put the ball in the air. And so far, they've been successful coming out of this I formation. First pass going back is Bernard looking deep downfield. Has an open receiver, and it's going to be a touchdown. Dave Nersinski got behind both Whitfield and Kyle Barney. I'll tell you, Jim, Newton North making it look easy.
Absolutely. Well, they ran about 6-7 running plays in a row, and Brookline had 8 guys on the line.
Exactly.
Kept bringing them up, and they did a fake run to the line, action pass, and had Brookline caught on the line. So an excellent play for Newton.
32-yard touchdown pass to Nersinski.
Good play action job by number 10, Brett Bernard, is Newton. Beautiful passing play for a touchdown.
Now Bernard will try for the extra point. I mentioned Bernard is sort of the all-purpose play for them. And he's going to get it up and good. So Brett Bernard throws the touchdown pass and then kicks the extra point.
Here we'll take a look at the replay as number 10, Brett Bernard, fakes the handoff, goes to his right and finds Nick Cagerio wide open for a touchdown. Beautiful play.
It was interesting. He split the safety and the cornerback on the play. Right after he caught it, you saw Whitfield talking to Barney about which one was supposed to pick him up. So 7-0 as we have 8:54 to go in the first period. I think this is exactly what Hank Cutting did not want to see happen. To have Newton North be able to get on the scoreboard on their first attempt. So for Brookline, Kyle Barney will be back with Tim Jones.
Thank you.
As it looks like Bernard. Okay, Bernard will get it out to Kyle Barney. Far sideline. Barney trying to get some room over the 25-yard line to about the 29. That's where the Brookline offense will take over for the first time.
Good coverage by the Newton kickoff team, as you see number 21 for Brookline, Kyle Barney. Gaining about 12 yards on the return.
So Tim Jones will be a quarterback for Brookline. Adam Whitfield, who's a quarterback most of the season, will be at wide receiver number 7 coming out of the huddle. Jones has had some success. Brookline with 2 wings.
Newton in a 4-4 defense.
It's going to be Jones in the option. Nice. Fakes it. And he's going to be smothered for probably a loss of a yard.
Excellent pursuit by the ends. The Newton defense as Jones did a good job. Here you see the replay, Alan does a nice fake. But the linebacker is great job by number 45 for Newton. Miss Dargan, Bean Dargan, the linebacker.
So I'll call it a 2nd and 10 as Jones did get back to the line of scrimmage. 7-0 Newton North. Early first quarter action. Clock running, 8:05 to go in the quarter. It's going to be a handoff. Rayford trying to get outside. A little bit of room as Terrence is going to get about a 7-yard gain. Going off left tackle.
Good run by Terrence Rayford as he's able to run off tackle here. Good handoff by Jones. Eludes one runner. Keeps those legs moving, and like you said, Alan, close to a 7-yard gain.
Well, a 3rd down and about 3, a little more than 3. Brookline wants to hold on to the football. Yeah, Whitfield coming wide right, Barney's wide left. Looks like a wishbone formation with Hatch the fullback. Tim Jones on the center, on the option. He's going to make a pitch to Rayford. Rayford has some room to the sideline, gets the first down. He's going to be knocked out of bounds, but not until he gets to the 42-yard line for the first down for Brookline. Good execution that time by Jones.
Excellent. Looked like Newton had that play stopped, and Jones did a nice play. Excellent timing with the pitch. As you see, the option play as Jones just releases this perfectly. And Brookline able to get the first down. A nice piece of running.
Timing on the option obviously is a big deal, and as I mentioned, Jones has only been quarterback for about 3 games now, so he's still getting used to the timing on that option play. First and 10 for Brookline. They go back to the I formation. Fake, looking downfield is Jones. Has Rayford over the middle. Rayford into Newton North territory, down to about the 44-yard line.
Nice play call by Brookline as Rayford. Play action. Here you see the fake. Jones goes back. Quick pass to Rayford as he's open over the middle for a first down for Brookline.
So the Warriors, after getting that big third down play, they've put together a couple of good plays in a row. Back to that wishbone. Brookline trailing 7-0 as Tim Jones over center.
Looked like Newton might have jumped off. Number 2 for Newton.
They're going to have procedure against Brookline as on the long snap count. We'll see if we can see a couple of Brookline linemen come up.
Oh, that was a bad call from what I could see. Looked like Newton forced Brookline.
Yeah, the linebacker came across.
Absolutely.
That'll cost him 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. Back at the Newton North 49-yard line. What we've seen from Brookline pretty much all season is a couple of big plays here and there, but nothing really sustained that often. Back to the I formation now. Tim Jones. It's going to be handoff to tailback. About a 3-yard gain. Emmanuel Barnes.
Here you see the I formation handoff to the left side. Number 27 for Brookline. Barnes. Gaining about 3. So take a nice look at Jones going to the huddle.
He's mainly a runner, and I think that his instincts when he has the football is to run first, so he has to pretty much adjust his way of thinking to run this option effectively. Now a single back in the backfield is fullback Harry Hatz, 2 wings, Rayford and Barnes, as Tim Jones, 2nd down about 12. Back to pass, looking downfield, now has some trouble, gets away. Jones trying to spin, fumbles the football, and it's going to be recovered by Newton North. Jones trying to spin out of a tackle, lost control of the football, and it'll go back to Newton North at around their 48-yard line.
Tough break for Brookline is, like you said, Alan, they were moving the ball pretty well. Here you see Jones go back in the pocket. Looks like he has some time. Protection breaks down. You see Newton linebackers come up. And he's kind of careless with the football as he gets tackled. And Newton recovers. Can't afford to turn the ball over to this strong Newton offense.
Jake Samuelson on the recovery. Tailback trying to get outside for Newton North to the sideline. Kyle Barney chasing. About a 7-yard gain on the play for Gagaro.
On the sweep, out of bounds by Kyle Barney.
Defense needs to come up with a stop here. Hopefully try and get the ball back. You don't want to get down by 2 touchdowns early in the game.
You see quarterback Brett Bernard getting instructions from the running back coming in. Now we have double receivers over to the left. Going in motion is Glerum. Handoff again. This is going to be Gagaro. Good running room for Gagaro. Gets outside, and he's inside the 30-yard line. If the ball came loose, let's see if they're going to call him down.
He was down.
Yeah, he was already down when the ball came out.
Tackled by Kyle Barney.
Here you see the two guards, the right and left, the right tackle and left guard for Newton pull, and they just open up a huge hole for number 22, Gagaro. Outstanding blocking as you saw the right and left lineman for Newton. Do some outstanding blocking.
1st and 10 from the Brookline 29-yard line. Bernard back to pass. Again, has a wide receiver open. Goes into the flat to the fullback. The 20-yard line inside the 15 to about the 10-yard line. Again, 2 open receivers, Noah Van Neal. That time to be able to pull it in.
Looked like the same play as the touchdown as Bernard rolls out to his right as he fakes the handoff. And this time they have the fullback go out as well. And
Van Neal
makes a nice route as he gets inside the 10-yard line.
So 1st and goal for Newton North. They already lead 7-0 here in the first period. 3:35 to go before the end of the first quarter. Handoff Van Neal up the middle. A couple of tough yards. Watching them to stop for Brookline as you mentioned, the Warriors have to go into some type of goal line defense here.
Here we'll see the replay as Van Neal gets stopped for a short gain.
Dobrovolsky as well as Ryan watching them to stop. 2nd and goal. I formation for Newton North.
Fake handoff.
Bernard is going to get in for the touchdown. Good job on the option by Brett Bernard. Used good speed as he was faking the pitch the whole way and able to get into the end zone just like that. It's 13-0 Newton North.
Nice play call as Bernard, as you see the replay, fakes to Van Neal. Looked like Van Neal was, we'll see the replay after the PAT, but it looked like Van Neal faked to Van Neal and ran the option play, had the Brookline defense fooled.
And now Newton North,
play.
A little confusion on their extra point attempt, so they're going to call a timeout. There's Brett Bernard, number 2. As Peter Capodilupo talking to Nersinski, who's actually the holder for the extra point. Yeah, you know, I was just going to say Peter. I was automatically going to say Peter's on the hat, but this is the first year ever I've seen him without the hat. He usually has like a nice wool hat on, but today, no hat. Longtime head coach for Newton North. Okay, here is Bernard, as I mentioned. Nersinski, who just got the instructions from the sideline, the holder. And the kick is up. Plenty of legs right down the middle is good. So we have 2:57 to go in the first quarter. And I tell you, Jim, if Brookline can't turn it around, this could be a very long and unhappy morning.
Here we'll see the touchdown, the replay. You see Bernard fake the handoff to his fullback, runs the option, and he's got a lot of room to just outruns the Brookline defenders.
Yeah, if you watch that, you see Barney playing the pitch man, which he's supposed to do. And Bernard smartly just waits until Barney commits to the pitch man and takes that little gap to get into the end zone. Rayford couldn't quite get him before he got over the end zone. So 14-0, first quarter action as Brookline, with the turnover by quarterback Tim Jones, has to try to recover. There's Bernard, who's had a huge first quarter already. A touchdown pass, and 2 extra points.
And he'll be back next year. He's only a junior.
So Tim Jones is back along with Kyle Barney to return. Huge Thanksgiving Day crowd as customary there at Parsons Field. Brookline faithful want to have something to cheer about, as this is going to be Kyle Barney again about his 12-yard line. Up to the 20 and is blasted at the 21-yard line. Kyle Barney really got blasted as Jerry Odom for Newton North. Somehow snuck through the
you'll see
blockers.
You'll see in the right side of your screen, Jerry Odom doesn't get blocked. And boom, there it is. A great hit and great play.
I don't think Barney even saw him coming.
Barney didn't see him coming, is right.
So 1st and 10 for the Warriors. They're on 22-yard line. Jones single back. Behind him is Hatz. The wings are Barnes and Rayford. Barnes goes in motion. This is going to be Harry Hatz. Short gain for Hatz, maybe a yard.
Looked like a lineman. Here you see the replay. Number 60, Milwaukee for Newton. No one blocked him, and he does a good job of reading the play, getting in the backfield to make the tackle.
Milwaukee, the senior defensive tackle for the Tigers, was called second in about 9, a little more than 9 actually. Short gain for Hats. Back to the I formation with Barnes, the deep back in the I. Whitfield split out to the right. Pitch to Barnes, trying to sweep left. Not much room as he actually trips over one of his blockers. Gets about a 3-yard gain as Rayford was in front of him trying to get a block. Barnes limping back to the back to the huddle.
You take a look at Jones pitching the ball out to Barnes, and Newton not letting him get to the outside, forcing him back inside, therefore the short gain.
Call 3rd and 8. Brookline backed up to their own 23-yard line as Tim Jones .126 to go in the first quarter. Jones back to pass. Now it's going to be a draw play to Barnes. He's going to get caught in the backfield for a loss. So nothing going right for Brookline and everything going right for Newton North. Good coverage defensively.
Good read by Veen Dargan as he wasn't fooled by the draw play as Jones drops back, faking the pass, and Barnes has nowhere to go. Excellent job by Newton and Dargan, the middle linebacker for Newton.
Okay, under a minute to go. This Adam Whitfield back to punt for Brookline. Brett Bernard, as you mentioned, the all-purpose player for Newton North, now back to receive. This is going to be Whitfield. Nice high kick out to about midfield where Bernard takes it to his own 45. Trying to get to his right, gives some ground, and it's going to be knocked down right at midfield. Good coverage for the Warriors.
Bernard on the return. Travis Jones.
Looks like Travis Jones on the tackle.
Here we'll see the replay.